Q106.7 weather.
Here's your KQNK forecast. Cloudy skies expected today with a slight chance of snow. Highs level off around 29. Easterly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Cloudy skies expected tonight. Lows level off around 19. Highs level off around 44. Tomorrow, more clouds than sun. Clear skies Thursday with highs around 47. 45 Friday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Laura Lockwood. Right now, it's 14 degrees.
Kansas Information Network News, I'm Jen Austin. A Houston adventurer survived a grizzly bear attack and lived to tell the tale. JP Bizette has more.
Jim Van Steenhouse shared his gripping survival story at the Hayes Super Buck Dinner, recounting his near-fatal brutal grizzly bear attack in Canada in 2015. Speaking at North Oak Community Church, he described the ambush where the bear mauled him and dragged him down a mountain. Despite severe injuries, he escaped and was rescued after failed attempts. Now he travels the country inspiring others through Bear Man Ministries, using his experience to connect faith with the outdoors.
Right now, anyone with ambition can become a storm chaser. Lawmakers, though, in Oklahoma may set a new trend. A bill would require storm chasers to pass a criminal background check, maintain valid insurance, and have an endorsement from a chief meteorologist or other official. And the bill would require a $500 license with $250 annual renewals. And if Oklahoma officials approve, the storm chaser law would become effective on July 1st. This is Kansas Information Network News.
What is dedication?
My daughter started making necklaces. She makes what we call affirmation fashion. I tell her every day that your black is beautiful. Your black is beautiful. And if there's anything better than being beautiful, it's being smart. And if there's anything better than being smart, it's being kind. And reaffirming that every day is our method of making sure her chin never drops. My dad wasn't around, and I remember riding a bike and falling off and cutting myself, and me never just wanted to get back on it. People ask, how your children learn how to ride a bike, and you didn't. I didn't teach them. I just created an environment where they taught themselves, and all I had to do was be there.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Good morning. I'm Natalie Hadley with your KQNK News. Brought to you by Firebolt Ag, LLC, serving all of your chemical and fertilizer needs. The state of Kansas has ended January 2025 with total tax collections at $942.8 million, and that's $15.9 million above the estimate, with total tax collections up 1.5% from January 2024. Governor Kelly said that while current revenues are in line with the estimates, it's important that they continue to focus on fiscal responsibility to ensure long-term financial health in Kansas. Individual income tax collections were $500.1 million, $25.1 million above the estimate, and up 5.1% from January 2024. And corporate income tax collections were $73 million, $20 million below the estimate, and down 18.7% from January of last year. Secretary of Revenue Mark Burkhart said, but for a tax system deployment on Friday, January 31st, which delayed that day's individual income tax refunds to February 3rd, total taxes collected would have been extremely close to the forecasted amount for the month of January. Combined retail sales and compensating use tax receipts were $348.8 million, $11.8 million above the estimate, and up $4.5 million from January 2024. On Monday, U.S. Senator Jerry Moran of Kansas joins James Lankford of Oklahoma, Chris Coons of Delaware, and 10 other colleagues in introducing the Charitable Act to expand and extend the expired non-itemized deduction for charitable giving. The bill would ensure Americans who donate to charities, houses of worship, religious organizations, and other nonprofits of their choice that they're able to deduct that donation from their federal taxes at a higher level than the current deduction. This bill is also supported by numerous organizations. The deduction became law as part of the CARES Act, passed by Congress and signed into law in 2020 by President Trump. The policy resulted in 90 million tax returns utilizing the deduction, and households making between $30,000 and $100,000 saw the largest increase in charitable giving. and charitable organizations received $30 billion in increased donations as a result. Senator Moran said as Americans continuously demonstrate their generosity and their desire to help those in need through their charitable giving, updating the tax laws will help reward and incentivize more charitable donations to provide resources for individuals who need help. The Board of County Commissioners of Norton County, Kansas, has determined that environmental conditions exist in the county that have led to numerous wildfires. And they also determined that due to the dryness, the potential for uncontrollable fires exists. The Norton County Board of Commissioners wants to prevent the destruction of crop, grass, building, and/or life, so the commissioners have banned open burning. Open burning means any outdoor fire, including but not limited to burning of trash in uncontained and uncovered receptacles, burning of fields, pasture, fence rows, and grassland or ditches, campfires, and uncontained warming fires. This resolution will be in effect from the date of execution, February 3, 2025, until such time as it's modified or rescinded by the Board of Norton County Commissioners. The Board of County Commissioners has declared that it will be unlawful to violate the resolution and that anyone found to be guilty of violating the resolution will be subject to a fine not to exceed $500 or confinement in the county jail not to exceed 1 month, or both. On Thursday, January 30th, Governor Kelly ordered flags throughout the state of Kansas to be flown at half staff immediately until sundown, Thursday, February 6th, in honor of those who lost their lives in the tragic plane crash near Washington, D.C. on Wednesday night, January 29th. Governor Kelly said that Kansas mourns the tragedy and she's devastated by the event that unfolded Wednesday night. She said she extends her deepest condolences to the victims' loved ones and thanks the more than 300 brave first responders in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area who were on the scene immediately. She said this was a sad day for our state and our nation. In Nebraska news, the Lincoln Police Department reported that just before 9:30 p.m. on Thursday, officers were sent to a home on a report of a stolen handgun, a black Springfield Armory 40 SW XDS. And police said the father of the home thought his 16-year-old son had stolen the gun. On Friday, after officers received information that a 14-year-old boy had the gun, the teen was found with the stolen gun, a magazine of .40 caliber ammo, and a loaded polymer rifle magazine with .223 ammo. He was referred on suspicion of possessing a stolen firearm and possession of a stolen firearm by a prohibited juvenile offender. The next day, officers learned of several incidents where students got threatening Snapchat messages from the 16-year-old boy, and the teen referenced shooting them, and 2 schools within Lincoln Public Schools. Officers found the teen at his home and took him into custody on suspicion of several charges, including terroristic threats and possession of a stolen firearm. In a press release, the Lincoln Police Department said there are no active threats toward the schools involved at this time, and they urge students to continue to report any and all threats of violence to school officials and law enforcement immediately, as every report is taken seriously and will be investigated fully. A Colorado man was sentenced in federal court in Lincoln for transporting drugs in Nebraska. 39-year-old Juan Rodriguez Rios will spend 3 years and 1 month in prison for possession of methamphetamine and marijuana with intent to distribute. The case began in September 2022 when Rodriguez Rios was driving an SUV with a broken brake light on Interstate 80 near Seward. A Nebraska state trooper pulled him over and let him off with a warning for the brake light, but authorities said Rodriguez Rios agreed to let the trooper search the SUV. Inside, the trooper found about 14 pounds of marijuana and almost a pound of pure methamphetamine. After prison, Rodriguez Rios will be on supervised release for 2 years. I'll be back with more in just a moment.
Firebolt Ag is a full-service fertilizer and chemical retailer. They customize products for individual farmers' needs, with the primary focus being customer profitability. Let Josh and Jack help you get the most out of your farm ground. They also provide in-house marketing with Ron Wall of Flatwater Solutions. Visit Ron in Phillipsburg or call Josh at 785-854-8484 or Jack at 308-840-2819. Firebolt Ag, your leader in agriculture.
Now we'll hear from Fig Millen and Norton Lady J basketball coach Cherry Brooks to update on the team and their upcoming games starting tonight here in Norton.
I'm here with head girls basketball coach Cherry Brooks. Coach, it's been a while since we chatted, but let's talk a little bit about if you have seen the improvement after the first year in some of your games that you've done. Only one win in December, but January you've done very well.
Yeah, we've definitely seen improvements, especially since November. I mean, the girls are starting to gel a little bit better. They're playing a lot better on defense. You know, there was times we were having to go to a zone a lot because we just weren't quite doing the things we needed to do to be effective in a man defense or to even press. And lately, the last couple games, we've been able to play man defense and get some press on, which has created some steals, which has really helped us. The younger girls are starting to play a lot more confident and are taking shots now versus always looking to pass, so that's good to see, and their confidence is growing there as well. And we're cutting back on our turnovers, which is huge, so we're doing a better job of taking care of the basketball.
You started out the 1st of January with a team way out of your league. I should say out of your league, just Haven is not close by, and a very good ranked team also there. Also, you have been able to play against some of your Mid-Continent League teams. So why don't you throw out a game or two there and see tell us what you thought of those.
Well, even though Haven is a big school and has a great record, they were state ranked. I mean, I thought they come out and we played good against them with our defense. We just couldn't really always knock down the shots that we needed to do, but I felt like we definitely slowed them down because they were averaging like 59 points, and I believe they only scored 38. So then we went to Oakley, and, you know, Oakley's in the Mid-Continent League, but they've been having a really good, speaking of having good second halves of the season, they've been having a really good second half season. They upset Hoxie, but we took them into overtime, and had we not been in foul trouble and made some silly turnovers in overtime, I mean, the turnout could have gone either way. So I feel like that's definitely a positive for us. And then after that, we did play Phillipsburg, and it was kind of a rough shooting night. We didn't take care of the ball all that great, but it wasn't horrible either. But then we went into the league play. Due to our record, we had to play in a play-in game against Plainville, and they were able to pick up a win there. And our younger girls really had good nights, or a good afternoon, I guess, actually, because it was Saturday afternoon. But Chloe had 14 points, Caroline had 18. So it was nice to be able to spread out the scoring for sure there and make them, because they came out in a box and one against Hallie. So it was nice that other people were stepping up and doing that, because then they came out of that box and one trying to guard other people. So and then we went back to Peaburg again, and we played them a lot better this time, and it was even at their place. So I was proud of that. But we had a pretty good first, second, and third quarter, but gosh darn it, we just can't put 4 quarters together quite yet, and struggled in that fourth quarter there. So, but it was just a 10-point ball game versus a 20-some point ball game the first time we played them. So, and then we went to TMP and had to play them at their place, and you know, we had some opportunities. We took care of the basketball a lot better, but once again, our shooting percentage wasn't all that great, but we fouled just way too many times and put them on the line, and that definitely wasn't beneficial for us. But then we went to Trigo, and we played for 7th place against Ellis, and were able to pick up a win, 52-41. And the girls, you know, that was a nice, Casey had a great game that day, and several of the other girls were able to score. I think almost everyone scored except for Greeley and Aubrey. So, I mean, out of our 9 players, 7 of them scoring, that's, to me, is a definite plus for us. So, and then we went back to Ellis last week and played them, and it was a close game, but our girls really stepped it up in the second half. We didn't shoot very well in the first half, but in the second half they shot better, and we created some steals off the press, and were able to get to the free throw line and knock down some shots there. So we were able to come up with another win. So we're 4-10 right now. We've had 3 wins after Christmas, which I think is definitely a positive self-esteem booster for us.
on Tuesday, you're going to be hosting the Colby Lady Eagles. And, again, you're stepping outside of the league. But what do you know about the Colby squad this year?
Colby is a very talented team. These girls are pretty much seniors and juniors. They have been playing together since their freshman year, so they've had a lot of experience together. They have some girls that can penetrate, and then they've got girls that can knock down threes, and then they've got a couple pretty physical post players. So we're going to have to put 4 quarters together and play well, but it's nice that we have them at home.
And, of course, it being busy, and on Friday night you will be playing Plainville. And what do you know about Plainville? You have 1 win against them so far this year.
They're pretty guard-oriented, but they're feisty, so we've got to take care of the basketball and play good defense against them and box out, because even though they're young or kind of shorter statured girls, they attack the boards fairly well, and they've got a couple girls that can handle the ball pretty well. But I feel like if we go out and play aggressive defense and take care of the basketball, that things should go pretty well.
Why don't you tell us about the times on the Colby and then again on Friday?
Okay, so both days will start at 4:30 with JV. On Tuesday against Colby, we will only have 3 quarters of JV. And then on Friday, due to their lower numbers, we will only have 2 quarters. But both nights will start at 4:30, and then the varsity game will start at 6 o'clock.
Well, Coach, we're happy that you're having a good second half to your squad this year. And, of course, then on Tuesday, you'll be hosting Colby, and on Friday, you'll be hosting Plainville. Reporting for KQNK, I'm Fig Mullen.
Thank you, Fig and Coach Brooks, and good luck to the Lady Jays basketball team in their upcoming games starting tonight here in Norton. Your menu today for Eisenhower Elementary School. For lunch, you'll be having pizza square, tossed salad, pears, green beans, and milk. For Norton Community High School and Junior High, your lunch today will be chicken leg or chef salad with whipped potatoes, country gravy, fruit, and milk. And for Northern Valley Schools, your lunch today will be shepherd's pie, roll, vegetable, and fruit. I'm Natalie Hadley. Your KQNK News was brought to you by Firebolt Ag, LLC, farmers helping farmers to succeed. You can contact Firebolt Ag today to get the most out of your farmland. Your KQNK weather forecast is being brought to you by Hinkle Termite and Pest Control, your Norton experts for all of your pest control needs. Your forecast for today, we should have some patchy freezing fog before 10 a.m. Otherwise, it'll be mostly cloudy with a high near 29 and a southeast wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, it should be mostly cloudy with a low around 19 and a southeast wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour. On Wednesday, it should be mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming sunny with the high near 44. And on Wednesday night, it should be mostly clear with the low around 22. I'll be back with the rest of your forecast in just a moment.
When you got bugs, we know what a nuisance that can be.
Lock 'em out. From Hinkle Termite and Pest Control, Lock 'em Out is our very effective residential insect prevention program. We'll come to your place and treat your foundation plus all insect entryways. And while we're there, receive a free termite inspection. Call Mr. Rich Wenzel, our certified technician in Norton, at 785-202-0167. That's 202-0167.
Continuing with your weather forecast, on Thursday it should be sunny with a high near 47. On Friday, sunny with a high near 45. On Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 41. On Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 41. And on Monday, mostly cloudy with a high near 37. Currently, with some light snow and fog, it is 12 degrees. The humidity is 92%. The wind speed is northeast at 10 miles per hour. The barometric pressure is 30.35. The dew point is 10 degrees. And the current wind chill is -1 degrees with a current visibility of just 2.5 miles. Your weather was brought to you by Hinkle Termite and Pest Control right here in Norton. You can call Hinkle Termite and Pest Control at 785-202-0167 for all of your pest control needs. It is 8:23. It's time for Kansas Sports. That's being brought to you by United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything they do for you.
Save more, earn more with the Easy Saver account at the United Northwest Federal Credit Union. Enrollment in this program automatically rounds up the amount of all debit card and share draft purchases made from your checking account to the next whole dollar and deposits into the Easy Saver savings account. Not only will this account help you save, but it also earns 2.01% APY monthly. Special terms and conditions apply. Come in today and open your Easy Saver account at the United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything we do for you. NCUA insured.
KIN Sports, I'm Spencer Dupuy. The Royals signed closer Carlos Estevez last week, and he met with the media this weekend at Kauffman Stadium about how excited he is to come play for the Royals.
Honestly, I like the way they play out there. I was saying the other day, I was talking to them the other day, and I like how these guys are good, and they still going after it like they got something to prove, and I really appreciate to see that from a team that they're showing everyone we're competing and we're going to get better from here and on. And we're just only going to get better, and just wait to see it. And I'm excited to see that. I was really excited to come here, and see those guys on the bullpen. I think it's going to be a great fit for me, and I'm really excited.
Pitchers and catchers will report to Surprise, Arizona on February 12th for the start of spring training. Kansas Information Network Sports, I'm Spencer Dupuy.
The bitter cold of winter is tough on livestock. Valley Vet Supply can help you gain more control over cold weather impacts on your herd with these winter warm-up products. The Royale Heat Animal Warmer from Valley Vet is a small, durable heated shed for newborn calves and lambs. Replacement heaters are available too. Keep cold off and body heat in with calf blankets, available with single and double insulation. Keep your horses cozy with Comfitech horse blankets in a variety of sizes, styles, and colors. No more chopping ice on those tanks. Your animals will drink easily with submersible or floating stock tank heaters and de-icers from Valley Vet. At valleyvet.com, you'll find exceptional value and a large selection of meds and more, shipped fast and free on most orders over $75. Find your ranching needs at valleyvet.com or shop their store in Marysville.
Valleyvet.com. Valley Vet Supply.
It's true, many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than preparing for retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, I agree, and I'd like to help. I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Philip Eisenhagen. Together we can give your long-term retirement strategy the attention it deserves. Stop by our office at 418 East Holm here in Norton or call 877-3373. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.